Good morning, good afternoon, good evening. Welcome to Vault Hunters, episode 11. In today's episode, I want to get quite a bit done again. I want to finish off the rest of the first level of the castle. We only have 3 rooms left: the war room, the kitchen, and the great hall. And I kind of want to work on our library. In addition, we'll be making several improvements to our storage system, as well as trying to open a treasure door. As you can see from my level, I ran a few vaults off camera. They were actually very successful. Not my most recent, but the one just before that was my first void vault. For those of you that don't know, void vaults carry an increased amount of echo ore, which we were sorely lacking in. As per usual, I saved the crates from those vaults and bounties that I did during those vaults so we could open them together. So let's go take a look. As you can see, there are quite a few crates here to open. That is not a crate, obviously. That is a chest. I'm collecting scav items so we can automatically diffuse those items into soul shards. Looks like the only one I'm missing is the creeper eye, which is an omega from living. So maybe we'll run a scav vault later. Anyway, let's open these crates. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. First things first, the jewels and inscriptions that we're keeping. I won't go into too much depth on these, except to point a couple out, but I will scroll over them, check them out if you want to. Just pause. This vanilla immortality and this mining speed are chef's kiss. This vanilla immortality is also decent, but that is amazing. And as for our gear, this is what we got. I'll go ahead and just nab it all. And we'll go over here and identify. Oh, that's a lot of new stuff. Let's go ahead and craft up our key. And there's our key mold. Key mold in the middle. Surrounded by key pieces. Craft a blank key. Done. And now we need to open a treasure chest. And our next quest is treasure. Treasure chest contains some of the best gear, jewels, and loot in the entire vault. Make sure to bring in keys and check for doors whenever you have them, as you can leave with items that cannot be acquired from normal chests. We just need to open a treasure chest and we get a lost bounty for it. So first thing we need to do is make a cluster. Pray for black opal in the center. And we get an ashium cluster. Blank key, cluster. Now that we have an ashium key, we can open a single ashium door within the... Well, this is kind of embarrassing. I seem to have lost all footage of making the build we're sitting in. If it's not obvious, this is supposed to be the war room. So directly off the throne room, we enter into the war room. It's not only typically a place to plan and execute wars from, but it is also a place of knowledge and power. Thus, the books on previous wars of this land, of other lands, strategy, naval combat, etc., etc. Yeah, unfortunately, this is all the footage I have of putting this area together, though I think it looks pretty cool.
Got him! FBI, open up!
Alright, cool. I finished off the Great Hall and kitchen. So let's go take a look at those. There is an area for the commoners to eat. And then you come up here to this raised area. This is where the lord and lady of the castle would eat, and any children they have or any important people visiting with them. Go through this doorway and you come into the kitchen where all the food is prepared and foodstuffs is stored. I felt like this room was a little small. Comparatively, it probably isn't. But I did expand this out to this area with a few more tables and foodstuffs to prepare, as well as some cookies for the laid out for the little ones to eat. And that's these two areas. Now that those are built, we need to make our storage improvements. But for our storage improvements, we need some pogs. So you know what that means? Time to run some vaults. I'm going to run a few vaults and see if I can get the materials we need via those vaults and come back to you. Pog. So we now have a crafting grid. If we want to craft anything, we no longer need to do it in a crafting table. We can do it directly in our storage system. So if I want to make some unobtainium, I can just do it right here. Let's say I want to make catalyst. I can just boop. Or if I want to make mystical essence. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. So much easier. Alright, now that we got this done, let's go ahead and make a couple other improvements to the storage system. Okay, so I've decided that in this area right here, we're going to have an array of storage monitors. I'll show you what storage monitors do here in a minute, but I need to do some slight modifications to this area. So give me a sec. Now we can hook up the storage monitors. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. We'll make a whole bunch more of these, but for now that'll do. So if you shift right click these with an empty hand, annoyingly your offhand has to be empty too. You can bring up this interface. Now if you put any item in there, it will show you exactly how many are in your system. This can go for any item. Now the other thing you can do, if you have the matching item in your hand and you right click, you will put that item back into your storage system directly. Now if you have multiple instances of that item in your inventory, but you have one in your hand, you double right click, all of it goes back into your storage system. And the other way, much like drawers, you can get a single and a stack out of these as well. If you just left click, you get an entire stack. If you shift left click, you get one. Pretty pog. Anyway, I want to have storage monitors for all of the commonly used items in this vault area, like vault plating and bronze, all of the foci, vault alloy, diamond, netherite. We'll do the stuff to make jewels and to cut jewels. Alright, so let's go ahead and recap the loot we got from the vaults I did off camera. Alright, the jewels inscriptions we got. We'll mouse over them, but I won't spend too much time on them. As for the gear, we'll go ahead and take it off and identify. Ooh, Shadow King helmet. Nice. I can have a crown finally.
minute! Who are you?
Alright, the library is complete. Well, as complete as it's going to get for a little while. Let's go check it out. I personally love the aesthetic in this room. Not gonna lie. I'm a little bit biased, but whatever. Most of this is just decoration. Like we've got this little reading room where we could come and chill out on the couches and read a book. In fact, it looks like we might have been reading a couple right there. Or we could get into some serious studying and sit at the desk. Other than the reading room, we also have just the main library, floating candles and all. But around this corner, we have our inscription table. You'll notice this dirt. I'm planning on putting some storage monitors here, linking it up to our storage system so that we have the items that we need available, as well as emeralds, because right over here in this little alcove, we have our enchanter and our identification stand. I want to have a chest or two, maybe a gilded chest or two, sitting somewhere in this area. That our storage system automatically dumps any unidentified vault gear into, so that we can just quickly pick it up, come over to the identification stand, and identify. But for now, I think that's it. Without further ado, and there we go. That is now broken.
Nope.
Oh. Take that. Ooh, yeah, favor. Go ahead and unload all our stuff. I want to take those out for a second. This, holy crap, this is full. Oh, some of the vault stuff went down. I guess we know what research we need to take. We need bigger pouches. Alright, let's go ahead and take a look at what we got from the vaults that we've ran. A couple of inscriptions and some jewels. We'll take all the gear and identify. Well, like I said, let's go ahead and get some backpacks going. Feels good. Let's craft some up. Ooh, that's going to be a problem. Well, you know what that means? That means we need to run another vault. We put our seal on there, then our room, and now we start doing these. Okay, that should be more than enough time to clear that. And then we'll grab these, and we'll see what we can put on here. Not the best ever. I suppose it'll do. For the curses on this crystal, if we put it in an anvil with a mode of clarity, it reveals all the curses. That's weakened. I'm not so worried about weakened, so we won't purify it. You can make motes of clarity. You cannot make motes of purity. So be careful with those. Okay. I think I'll take you guys along for this one, and then we'll call it an episode. Here we go. Yeah, one wild isn't that bad. Trap kind of sucks. And I will definitely get that. I completely forgot about it. Hey guys, how you doing? Having fun? More, huh? And the seats must be really comfortable. I think we're just about done in this. So, yeah, maybe we can move on. And by move on, I mean leave. This is great. That was kind of bad. I was really hoping for more jewels than that. Whatever. Okay, I think that's going to do it for this episode. We got quite a bit of stuff done. Finished off the first level of the castle, putting in the Great Hall and the kitchen, and the war room. Can't forget about the war room. We started on the second level by installing the pretty cool build we're sitting in right now, if I do say so myself. Ran some vaults, upgraded some storage. Yeah, it's been a pretty jam-packed episode. So thank you all for watching this one. I hope you enjoyed it, and until next time, bye!